In 2018, four American college students disappeared after renting a remote cabin in Ashwood Hollow, Pennsylvania. Their final phone footage revealed only one thing. Something in the woods was copying their voices, and the moment they heard someone crying for help, their fate was sealed. In 2018, four American college friends, Liam, Marissa, Derek, and Hannah, rented a remote cabin deep inside Ashwood Hollow, Pennsylvania. The road leading into the forest wasn't on Google Maps anymore. It appeared straight on the screen but twisted unnaturally in real life. The tall pine trees leaned subtly toward the road, as if they were watching the group approach. When they finally reached the cabin, a lonely wooden house with a porch swing that moved even without wind, they instantly felt something wrong in the air. Inside, the cabin smelled of dust and old pine. The walls were decorated with deer heads, and most strangely, the dining table had 5 chairs, despite the booking being for 4 people. A handwritten note from the owner warned them to stay inside after dark and never answer if they heard crying in the woods, claiming they are not human. Derek laughed it off, but Hannah felt a deep discomfort about the warning. The first night, around 1:30 a.m., they heard it, soft, distant crying echoing through the woods. It sounded exactly like a scared young woman begging for help. Derek wanted to go outside and check, but the crying suddenly stopped the moment he reached the door, followed by a slow creak from the porch swing. Morning revealed something even more unsettling: barefoot human footprints in the mud behind the cabin, small enough to be a woman's, but spaced unnaturally far apart, like something was dropping instead of walking. Later that day, the group went for a hike to search for cell signal. The deeper they went, the more silent the forest became. Eventually, they saw a woman in a white gown standing motionless among the trees. She didn't move, sway, or react. When Derek took a step toward her, the figure jerked forward without moving its legs, like a glitch in reality. Hannah screamed, and they all ran back to the cabin in panic. As night fell, the terror began again. Something circled the cabin, footsteps dragging across the dirt, tapping the walls. Then a voice whispered through the cracks, soft and chilling. Liam, mimicking Liam's own tone. They found a second note hidden under the couch that said, "If the creatures learn your name, they follow you forever, and that they copy what they touch." Soon after, the crying began again, but this time it sounded exactly like Marissa. The real Marissa backed away in fear as her voice echoed outside the cabin. Derek snapped and opened the door, yelling into the darkness, only to face a horrifying creature shaped like a woman, but wrong in every proportion, wearing human skin like a stretched costume. Its arms hung too long, its jaw unhinged too wide, and when it spoke, it used all 4 of their voices at once. They slammed the door shut just as it lunged. Hours later, with fear filling every corner of the cabin, the creature pressed its face against the doorframe. It had no eyes, only dark holes, and when it whispered, "5 of you," the group realized the horrifying truth. The 5th chair wasn't random. Something had been sitting with them since they arrived, learning their voices, copying their mannerisms. Suddenly, glass shattered in the back room. The creature was now inside the cabin. They ran upstairs and found another old, torn note pinned to the wall, written by previous guests. "Do not run. They like it when you run. Do not scream. They learn your voice faster. If you see their real face, you never leave." Before they could react, the creature crawled up the stairs unnaturally fast, its bones cracking, its head twisted at an impossible angle. It spoke in each of their voices, repeating the warning mockingly. The final moments of the night were recorded on Liam's phone. The footage captured screaming, running, doors slamming, and violent impacts. Then came silence. Heavy footsteps approached the camera, and a distorted voice, its real voice, muttered, "One left." The creature picked up the phone, bringing its peeling, hollow-eyed face close to the lens and whispering, "Don't forget my face, Liam," before the footage cut to static. 2 days later, hikers found the cabin destroyed, doors open, scratches on the walls, blood inside, but no bodies. Only 5 chairs remained perfectly arranged around the table. Weeks later, a new couple rented the same cabin. On their second night, they heard a man's voice crying in the woods, "Marissa, please help."